So when there's an emergency, you are going to call 911. And that's 911. So we're going to talk about some situations, and Sally's going to help me today talk about when is an emergency and when it is not an emergency. You ready to do this, Sally? I have a handy dandy board right here. So Sally, you could give me the no or the yeah if it's an emergency, okay? So here, if we have a house fire, Sally, do you think we call 911? Yes. So boys and girls, if you're walking home and see a house fire, you should make sure you call 911. How about if you're playing ball with your friends and you break somebody's window? Do you think you call 911 there? No. If you're playing and you accidentally break mom and dad's window, you're going to probably have to talk to mom and dad, or the neighbor, but you don't have to call 911. How about if the neighbors are on holidays and you see a guy coming out of the window with a TV? Yes, that's an emergency, so we would call 911. Okay, here's a tricky one for you. Ready, Sally? Ducks are crossing the street. Do you think we're going to call 911 if ducks are crossing a street? No. No. If ducks are crossing the street, boys and girls, we are not calling 911. The next thing, how about if you're playing with your friend and you get in a fight? If you get in a fight with your friend, do you call 911? No, we're not calling 911. How about if the neighbors are having a campfire? Do we call 911? No, we don't. How about dad's picking apples and dad falls out of the tree? Do we call 911 if dad falls out of the tree and is laying at the bottom of the ladder? Yes, good job, Sally. Okay, here's another trick one. Your cat's stuck in the tree. Do you think we call 911 if there's a cat stuck in the tree? No. If a cat goes up a tree, a cat can come down the tree. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer, but the cat will come down the tree. Very good, Sally. So some of the things, boys and girls, that you're going to need to know when you call 911 is your name, your address, and if you live in the rural areas, your address is going to be your blue addressing sign, and your phone number. Very important to know your phone number. Okay, I'm ready to do a few more questions, cell phone Sally? Yeah. Yes, okay, here we go. Here we got a book. A stranger asks you to get into their car. Do you think that's an emergency? Yes. Do we get in a car with a stranger? No, never. Of course, that's an emergency. How about if a snake bites you in the ankle? Yes. If you get a snake bite, yes, you're going to need the ambulance for that one. Your friend won't let you play with their toys. Is that an emergency? No, that's not an emergency. Your dog escapes from the backyard. No, that's not an emergency. You're home alone and you're scared. Yes. So boys and girls, if mom and dad are at work, and I know there's lots of latchkey kids out there, if you're scared, you can actually call 911. There's spilled milk on the floor. Do we call 911? No. What about if dad comes along again and dad slips and falls and knocks himself out? Now do we call 911? Yes, now that's an emergency. Okay, boys and girls, I think you get some ideas of when and where to call 911 and how. Everybody has cell phones nowadays, or you have a landline. So calling 911 should be very easy. Just remember, once again, you need your address, your name, and a phone number. When you call 911, we will ask you what your emergency is. You can tell us, if a stranger asks you to get in the vehicle, you're going to need the police. If there's a fire in the neighbor's house, you're going to need a fire department. And if dad's fallen and hurt his head out of an apple tree, you're going to need the ambulance. Okay, so boys and girls, every time you watch this video, you can enter your name in a draw. And Cell Phone Sally, I'm just going to have you slide over here just for a second. One way, sure. Come over here. And so, right there, good. Right, we have 3 bags. One for June, one for July, and one for August. And in this bag, we have the Bonnyville Regional Fire 911 there. We have a 911 coloring book. We have a yo-yo that lights up. We have crayons. We have a band. And we have a Bonnyville Regional Fire pin that you can wear on your jacket or your shirts. So like I said, every time you watch this video, you can go and they have a draw box here at the library that you'll be able to put your name in. The other thing is, boys and girls, I'm leaving sheets. Some of them are word crosses. Some of them are mazes. What else we got here? Oh, coloring when to call 911. Coloring the 911 numbers. And here is a word scramble where you have to try and figure out what the names are. So I hope this video helped, boys and girls, and I hope you've learned a lot about 911 today. And the people at the library here are happy to explain any more that you don't have or any questions you may have. All right, thank you, boys and girls. Bye.